Welcome back to Ozarks Live. You know, in January, Tom and I traveled to Las Vegas for CES 2020, the annual Consumer Electronics Show. One thing that stood out to me, a medical device that might just change everything in terms of the typical visit to the doctor. It's called the Medwand, and it stood out to other people, too. It even won an innovation award at the show. Take a look. This is Dr. Samir Kamar. He is the developer of something called the Medwand, which could completely turn medicine upside down. Tell me what the Medwand does.
So the Medwand right here is a pocket-sized medical device that has 10 diagnostic tools within this computer mouse-sized medical device.
10 diagnostic tools.
10 diagnostic tools. It's got a stethoscope, an otoscope, an ophthalmoscope, a dermatoscope, a throat illuminator, a thermometer, an EKG, pulse oximetry, oxygen, which is oxygen levels, respiratory rate, and heart rate, all rolled up into the palm of your hand.
So how did you come up with this idea? As a physician, this is the kind of test you would give someone if they came into the office.
You could. I was involved with a lot of telemedicine projects, and the telemedicine industry has been mainly focused on video chat. HIPAA-compliant video chat, which is nice. That's the way it's scaled most. I wasn't happy with that. If we expect an exam and vitals being taken when we go see our regular doctor, why don't we have that same standard in telemedicine? It was a double standard for me. So I wanted to create something that would be able to scale into patients' homes where the patient can be examined via telemedicine over the internet anywhere in the world. So you could, with this, be in China, and I could examine you here from Las Vegas.
So who are these for? Who will purchase these? In other words, will these be in rural areas with physicians' offices? Will they be in private homes? Will they be in nursing homes, or all of the above?
All of the above. When you create something so new like this that has so many applications, we sometimes have to wait to see which markets come to us and which like it the most. Originally, it was created for telemedicine companies and hospital systems with telemedicine programs that can give this to their patients so that they can examine them at a distance.
Okay, let me ask you this just to make sure I've got this right. Now, you say you control it. So if I have one of these in my home, it is incumbent upon me to attach to you somehow. So in other words, I'm not self-diagnosing with this thing, which I think could be dangerous if I was doing that.
It could, although a lot of patients are pretty educated and they might be able to know what they might have. It doesn't take a genius to know that you have strep throat if you're seeing tonsil spots or various kind of rashes. We do have a self-exam mode in this as well. So like a thermometer, you would diagnose yourself with a fever. You can use this to get certain vital signs, and if you do have someone in the family who's a cardiologist or a doctor, they can use this to examine you right at home as well. So yes, you can actually do your own exam, even upload it, and send it to a doctor who agrees to do this with you.
I see.
Or I can do this live with you in person.
So if you have someone that's having heart issues, it can be really costly and frightening and time-consuming to go to the ER. You might be able to use this instead and say, you know what, this is really not a big deal, or get in here right away.
That's exactly right. It's a great triage device. A lot of insurance companies end up paying out a lot of unnecessary claims for people who get a little bit frightened and they run into the ER. The last thing they want to do is pay out a $4,000 claim for something that could have been solved over the internet. And so it's a game changer for sure.
Okay, one more question. Can we buy these now? Are they available for purchase, or where are we in that process?
Not available for purchase yet. We're pending FDA approval, which should happen sometime later this year. But after that, absolutely.
All right, very good. Dr. Samir Kamar, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us. Bye-bye.
These are really, really interesting. They're going to retail for around $400. They're being manufactured and sold in other parts of the world, just not here yet because it's still pending the FDA approval. I got to wondering how COVID-19 may have changed the Medwand. Are they thinking,
they're manufacturing things along that lines.
Yeah, they are. And stick around because I'm going to reconnect with Dr. Kamar when we come back, and we're going to hear more about how
a lot of good information. They're going to answer some questions.
The Medwand is evolving as we all are. Anyway, we'll be right back with that interview. Stay with us.